Let's learn more tonight about that first-of-its-kind rescue mission by the American drone boat and what led up to it. Here's our chief national security correspondent, Jennifer Griffin, joining us. Good evening, Jennifer.
Good evening, John. The strikes began at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're told they are ongoing. The targets include air defense systems and radars. Explosions have been reported in Iran's port city of Sirak and Bandar Abbas, one of the main oil terminal port cities. CENTCOM described these strikes as defensive and proportional. At this moment, we believe them to be ongoing. Flight trackers report at least 8 KC-135 air refueling tankers are airborne over the Middle East right now, likely needed to refuel accompanying American warplanes across the Gulf. Iran's deputy foreign minister claimed that Iran had not fired any drones in the past 24 hours, but vowed a big response for the renewed U.S. strikes. A senior U.S. official tells Fox it was an Iranian drone that shot down the U.S. Apache helicopter that had 2 Americans on board near the Strait of Hormuz yesterday. U.S. officials are not certain the Iranians meant to target the American helicopter, but say it doesn't matter because they saw Iran launch multiple drones at that time over the strait targeting vessels in the international corridor. The 2 U.S. airmen were rescued by a Corsair, a 24-foot autonomous surface vessel with a 1,000 nautical mile range and a 1,000-pound payload capacity, built by Saronic and commissioned by Biden Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. This is the first time the U.S. military or any military has used a sea drone to find and rescue stranded airmen at sea. Task Force 59 is the Navy's first operational AI and drone task force, established by Admiral Brad Cooper in 2021 when he was head of the 5th Fleet. The downed crew climbed aboard the Sea Drone after spending 2 hours in the water. Hours earlier, an American F-18 Super Hornet fired missiles into the engineering and steering compartments of an unladen oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman to stop it from heading to an Iranian port, part of that blockade. 24 stranded Indian crew members had to be airlifted to safety by Omani naval helicopters. This video of the event was released earlier today. The U.S. currently has more than 24 ships in the Middle East and more than a dozen air squadrons based at sea. This includes 2 aircraft carrier strike groups, 18 guided missile destroyers, and the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit. 20,000 American sailors and Marines are among the 50,000 U.S. troops deployed to the Middle East right now. Iran's foreign minister says the U.S. forces should leave the region or face accidents or being caught in the crossfire. Quote, "We prefer language of diplomacy, but speak other languages too." John?
The Iranian leadership likes to talk tough, no question about that. Jennifer Griffin for us. Jen, thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.